I never flinched when he slammed the glass on the counter and snarled, "Start packing. We're out of this house by morning." I just kept rocking the cradle with my foot, counting the identical rise and fall of our 6-week-old daughter's chests. His voice had turned into a weapon months ago. Tonight, it barely registered. I lifted my eyes slowly. "Where exactly are we going, Karen?" He didn't even look at me. "My parents' place. You and the girls can use the servant quarter behind a garage. It's only temporary." Temporary. The word tasted like rust. 3 years earlier, he had knelt in the rain on Marine Drive, calling me his calm in every storm, swearing he'd never clip the wings of a woman who loved so fiercely. I believed him. I poured my late father's insurance money, 92% of the down payment, into this sea-facing flat in Bandra because he said, "Let's build a home, Avni, not just a house." His family still bragged that their son had bought it. I smiled and let them. Then came the twins, colic, cracked nipples, and nights that bled into mornings. While I measured life in milliliters of breast milk, he measured it in disappearing hours. Locked bathrooms. Password-protected phones. A new perfume on his collars that was a mind. I told myself new fathers get scared. Elite. The truth arrived wearing his mother's voice. She pocket-dialed me one afternoon, thinking she was talking to him. "Finish the paperwork before she loses the baby weight, Karen. Once the girls turn 2, she'll claim maintenance. Do it now while she's still trapped." Trapped. That night I opened his laptop with the password he hadn't bothered changing since college. Emails to a lawyer. Drafts of a family settlement deed that erased my name from the flat we supposedly shared. A WhatsApp forward from his elder brother. "Shift everything to Ma's name. She's busy with the babies. She won't notice until it's too late." I didn't scream. I evolved. For 10 weeks, I became a ghost with a plan. I siphoned every rupee of my residual income into an irrevocable trust he didn't know existed. I met a lawyer who specialized in matrimonial fraud, paid in cash, visits scheduled between 3 a.m. feeds. I recorded every sneer, every "you're overreacting," every "my house, my rules." I even recorded his mother again 3 times, until her greed sang in high definition. Tonight was supposed to be his coronation. His brother's family was moving in at dawn. I was being evicted to a 8x10 room that smelled of old paint and rat poison. He thought the story ended there. The doorbell rang at 9:47 p.m. He froze mid-sentence, color draining so fast I thought he'd faint. I scooped one sleeping baby against my shoulder and walked past him to open the door. 2 officers from the women's cell and a deputy registrar stood on the mat, folders in hand. "Good evening, Mrs. Avni Malhotra. We're here regarding the complaint of criminal breach of trust and attempted dispossession under Section 420 and the Domestic Violence Act." Karen lunged forward. "There's no complaint. This is my flat, registered jointly," the officer cut in, "and 92% funded by the complainant's premarital assets. We have bank statements, voice recordings, and an intercepted plan to fraudulently transfer title." "Step back, sir." His brother arrived 5 minutes later, suitcases in tow, grinning like a man collecting rent. The grin died when he saw the uniforms. I placed a white envelope on the teak center table we picked out together in Chor Bazaar. Inside, forensic audit reports, the trust documents he never knew about, a custody petition citing emotional endangerment, and divorce papers that asked for nothing except sole ownership of the home my babies first opened their eyes in. Karen's voice cracked like cheap plaster. "You set me up?" I finally looked at him. Really looked, the way you study a stranger who once knew every inch of your soul.
"No, Karen.
You built the trap. I just stopped walking into
it."
His mother rang 17 times that night. He let it go to voicemail. Much later, after the officers left and the flat fell silent again, I stood on the balcony watching the Arabian Sea breathe under a tired moon. The twins stirred in their crib, tiny fists reaching for each other even in sleep. I didn't dance. I didn't post a status. I simply closed the sliding door, turned the lock I now solely controlled, and whispered to the dark. "Quiet women don't start wars. We end them."